today we're looking at the study guides programs that I wrote. There's one for two different types of study guides. One was for an airplane, which was this one here on the left, and then the test on the right was an EPA test designed for HVAC technicians to get their EPA license, which allows them to purchase different refrigerants uh, for charging air conditioning systems. So in the corner here on this EPA study guide test, in the upper corner, you'll see the different types of tests that you can take. There are four of them. And so what you do is you go start out with the first question here, and then you'd answer the question. And so like I'm going to answer it wrong on purpose here so you can see what happens. Correct answer is C, but I'm going to answer number four or letter D. And then you hit grade, and it'll let you know that you didn't answer it correctly. And then all you have to do is just press a key, and then it'll give you the correct answer. And then you can, after that, it goes to the question again, and then you have to advance it to the next question and answer that. So the Clean Air Act, and so on and so forth. I'm going to say it's C. I don't know on that one. And it's actually the wrong answer, and all of the above was the correct answer for that one. So you can see here, I got two wrong, and I didn't get any right. It's showing me that there's 117 questions in that section. So if I want to move to another section, I just hit next. But you should always go to beginning of file first. And you don't have to do that, but to ensure that you don't miss any questions, go back to the beginning of the file. And then now you can hit next, and it'll search. And so the first question, type 1, is question 118. And it's showing me here that there are 59 questions in that section. So when entering data in there, it can actually be anywhere. It's just that if you don't go to the beginning or the end of the file and then start the search from there, you might miss a question. But otherwise, the program knows where all of the questions pertaining to the section are. And even if you edit them in at a later time, it'll find those questions as you go through the database. So anyway, that's how this works. You can go to any section. Again, I would always go back to the beginning of the file, then you go to type 2, hit next. This is going to be question 177, and there are 65 questions in that section. And you can do it the other way too. If you want to go to the end of the file and go previous, it'll go to the last question or the end of the database, and it'll start going in reverse looking for questions that are in type 2 questions. And again, it tells you that there's 65. And so if you want to reset the score here and start over, you can do that. And then when you switch to another section, you can write the score down and then reset it, go to the next section. You can see how good you're doing. So that same thing applies to the other test over there on the other side. The ATR test is the same thing, except for I've got a couple of things that I did do on that test. This test here, it can actually edit the data. So like you'll see where there's gaps here, and that's just because the word refrigerant ran off the end of the screen. And so to move it to the next line and line it up properly, you had to count how many spaces you would have to move the letter R to get it over on the next line. And that's why you see the gap here. So anyway, for the other test here, I didn't want to have a way for the user to go in and edit the test, because this one was available on a CD that they could read from. So the way I access the files are a little bit different in this program here. And but I did have something I called Create Exams, and I started that. Never finished it, but this is what that looked like. I started having where you could actually select different subject that you wanted to build a test. And so what this was going to do is actually build a 30 or a 40 question test for you, and you'd pick the sections that you wanted to be quizzed on. So if you were struggling with certain uh, 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 subjects in the test, you could go select that subject and then print the test, and it would give you that test, and then you can see how well you're doing. But I didn't finish it yet, and so anyway, though this test here was actually for distribution because I didn't want anybody editing the question data, and that's why you don't see the button up here. So anyway, that's the tests, and hope you like the video. If you have any questions about it, you can comment in the video here on YouTube, or you can go to my website and make a comment there at the email. The website is thingsprogram.blog, thingsprogram.blog. All right, well, thanks a lot for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.